Hey, it's Brooke. So I'm sorry that I'm gonna have to keep looking over this entire video, but today we're gonna do a get to know me tag. Um, I know I've done like the TMI tag and different stuff like that, but I just think it's really fun to kind of give people more context to know who I am, because while I'm trying to get to a healthy place mental and physically, it means a little more if you know who I am and what I've gone through, um, to know like that I've overcome a lot, and if I can still try and focus on wellness, then you can too. So we're just gonna jump into these. I've skimmed through a couple of the questions, but I haven't really read through them all. And if Tesla, you can see his little paw. He's being a cuddle monster today. He just wants to be held. I've literally like not even been able to do anything. He was on me while I was trying to eat my breakfast, and he just wants to be held. So if he's bugging me, I apologize. It's probably gonna happen. Number 1, what is your middle name? My middle name is Lorraine, Lorraine, and it's after my great aunt Lorraine. Number 2, what was your favorite subject in high school? See, I want to say like band. I was in band because, yeah. And, but I don't really, I think when they talk about this, they don't mean like art or lunch or the electives. They mean like the 4 structured classes, like language arts, history or social studies, math and science. And of those, mine would have been language arts. I really liked reading and writing, so that would be my choice. 3, what is your favorite drink? Pop, as bad as that sounds, but I do drink Zevia, and caffeine free. It's sweetened with stevia and it has no dyes or anything in it. It's definitely more expensive than most pop, but I really like it, and I really like the carbonation, and I've eliminated so many things that I enjoy out of my diet. That's like the thing that I allow myself to have. Number 4, what is your favorite song at the moment? I don't know. I don't even know if I would say that I have a favorite song, because I like so much like different music. I've been listening to Louis Capaldi, Before You Go, a lot because I think I'm going to cover that song. So I've been kind of listening to that and singing it in the car, like on repeat. Number 5, what would you name your children? I've talked about this one in the TMI tag, but I really like the names Emberly. And for a boy, I like a lot of them, but I think right now my favorite is Kieran. Number 6, have you participated in any sports? No, the closest I ever got was marching band, and I was going to play soccer, but I ended up bruising my hip bone, and I can talk about that at another point. Number 7, what is your favorite book? I've read a lot of books, and I really like reading, although I haven't read anything yet this year, and it's already July. I think my most recent that I've really loved was The 3 Dark Crowns. I read the first 3 books. I have the 4th one and the prequel. I've read the prequel one, or whatever it is. I have not read the last book yet, and I need to, but that's kind of my favorite right now, is that whole series. Number 8 is, what is your favorite color? My favorite color is gray. But I also really like turquoise, and surprisingly enough, yellow. I hated yellow, like up until a couple of years ago, and then now I just have so much appreciation for it, and I think it's just because it makes me happier, even just to look at it. Number 9, what is your favorite animal? I've gone through phases with favorite animals. Like, I love owls, I love foxes, but I feel like it's kind of like a trend thing. Like, I see them more and I think they're cuter, so then yeah, but my favorite consistently, there's actually 2 of them, and it's funny, is squirrels and raccoons. I think they're the cutest. I had a pet squirrel for a brief period of time, and he was so cool. And raccoons are just the cutest thing ever, and I want to cry every time I see one dead on the road. Number 10, what is your favorite perfume? I don't wear perfume, so I wouldn't know. Number 11, what is your favorite holiday? My favorite holiday is Halloween. But also I really like Thanksgiving. I just really like fall. And I like the whole feeling of like coziness and being thankful for what you have, and burnt orange and leaves and the smells of candy and pumpkins and cinnamon and nutmeg. And I know it's kind of hard to describe, but I just really like fall, so I'd have to say that Halloween / Thanksgiving. I can't really choose between the two. Number 12, on a scale of 1 to 10, rate your childhood. This one's really hard because I can't really give it an overall rating. It wasn't great, but there were aspects of it that were great. Like, there are things that I remember really fondly, but sadly, I remember more being bullied and just trauma stuff than I do a lot of the good things. It's really hard. I'd probably say like a 5, somewhere in the middle. Because yeah, it wasn't absolutely awful. There were good points, good things in it, but it also wasn't great, and I've got a lot of issues because of it. So I'd say somewhere in the middle, about a 5. 13, have you been out of the country? Yes, I've been to Mexico City, Mexico. When I was 12, I had my 13th birthday there. And it was with a youth group. And again, I can tell that whole story in a story time or something, because there's just a lot to cover. It was very interesting. And I still have like little cameras, like the disposable ones from back in the day that nobody uses anymore, that are undeveloped, with pictures from that trip. So I need to see if I can get those from my mom and get them developed, and then maybe I'll like scan them in and be able to put them up here when I'm doing a story time. I think that'd be really cool. Number 14, do you speak any other languages? No, I do not at all. I took French in college for 1 semester. I remember literally nothing. And number 15 was, do you have any siblings? Yes, I had 3. I am the oldest. Number 16, what is your favorite store? That really depends on like what I'm looking for. I really like, there's like a metaphysical shop here in Grand Rapids called Spirit Dreams, and I really like going there. I really like going to Global Infusion. That's like mine and my best friend's spot where we would go and sit and like really talk about deep things and goals. And Global Infusion is like a little, I don't know how to describe it. They have like a little coffee shop inside and do coffee and tea. And then they have a whole wall of like bulk herbs and spices and teas and coffee and like little fair trade gifts. Fair trade, I think, means that it was like ethically sourced. So it's like people in other countries that are not being paid nothing to make it, like they're doing their own business, if I understand that right. But so yeah, it's just a really cool little store, and it's such a welcoming atmosphere to just go and sit there, kind of hippie-ish, but we love it. Number 17, what is your favorite restaurant? We don't really go out to eat, especially now because of the unspoken thing that's happening in 2020. We really don't go out to eat. Plus, Adam's on like low carb vegan. You can find basically nothing to eat out for with that diet. We do really like, there's a poke shop in East Town in Grand Rapids called Wiki Wiki, and that's one place that we do really enjoy. And then we really like the Knickerbocker, New Holland, like a brewery, and they have really good food there. They have like buffalo cauliflower that's amazing. So there's a couple of places we'll go from time to time, but we really don't go out to eat. Number 18, did you like school? For the most part. I mean, I didn't ever want to go, but it wasn't because of the actual schooling. It was because I was bullied. There was a kid that would torment me, and he would follow me in the hallways and snort at me like a pig every time he saw me and do like that little squeal thing that pigs do. So people like him made me not want to go anymore, but it wasn't an option. Like, I wasn't allowed to just skip. And I was like because of my anxiety, I think I've always been a people pleaser, so I would not even have attempted to skip school. I was too much of a goody-goody to do that. So yeah. Number 19, who are some of your favorite YouTubers? I got a cat hair in my mouth. This might be a little controversial right now because there's a lot of drama. But some of my favorite YouTubers are Repsion, Shane Dawson. I'm trying to think of who else I even watch anymore. We're gonna go right into my subscriptions because for some reason my brain is not working. I'm sorry you have to see this awful angle of me. Brandon Ferris, he's hilarious. My friend Elizabeth Plants is her channel. I like watching her plant videos. And I do watch Amberlyn Reed. Now it's not because I like her per se, but it kind of helps me understand more because I also have like an eating disorder with binge eating. I haven't been diagnosed. I'm just, from everything that I've experienced, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And with my anxiety, yeah, it's just kind of not cool, but like, I like to see that I'm not the only one struggling. And as sad as it is, seeing her struggles makes me want to be better. Number 20, what is your favorite movie? So this is another one where I don't watch movies very often, and I have favorites based on like seasons. So like for fall, I really like to watch Hocus Pocus and Halloween Town and all those ones from my childhood. That was one of like the really good things in my childhood, was movies and stuff of the time. I loved them. And then for like Christmas time, I really love the movie Elf. I think Will Ferrell is hilarious. Not every role that he's played, but I really like Elf. Number 21, what are some of your favorite TV shows? I like Riverdale. Cole Sprouse is my favorite. What else? I really like The Walking Dead. I watched Fear the Walking Dead too, most of it. Supernatural is my all-time favorite show. I love it, and I'm so sad that it's gonna be over. So I'm gonna be hanging on to all my Supernatural shirts and my blanket and everything, but I just love that show. My family was very religious growing up, and my dad does not believe in ghosts or spirits, so we kind of weren't really allowed to watch scary movies or things about ghosts and spirits, but I would sneak and I would watch Supernatural. And I just loved it. And then as I grew up, I didn't have TV for a while, and I kind of didn't pay attention anyway because I had too much going on in my personal life. But then Adam and I sat down, started at the very beginning, and watched it all. And then as the last few seasons have come out, we've watched them on Netflix or wherever they come out. So it's just had a really big part in my life, and I absolutely love the characters. Number 22, PC or Mac? So I had a MacBook Pro in college, and I loved it. I loved that I couldn't get viruses or anything, so I didn't have to be worried about opening links. But I can't always afford to have a Mac. My MacBook is kind of dead. It doesn't stay charged anymore. Even if it stays plugged in constantly, it only ever goes up to 18% battery. So I think I'd have to replace the battery. but it's from 2009, 2010. I think it's a 2010. So I don't even think at this point it's kind of obsolete, so I don't even think it's really worth replacing the battery. So I bought a used PC for $90 and then I had to go buy like a screen and stuff, but yeah, so currently I'm using PC, but I would like Mac, other than there's not as many games for Mac. Number 23, what phone do you have? I'm actually filming on it right now. I have a Galaxy S10 Plus, and I really like the camera on it, surprisingly. Like, I think it does pretty well, but it is ridiculous how expensive phones are. Like, why are phones over $1,000? Number 24, how tall are you? I am 5'3" and a half. So I just say 5'4", like whenever I'm filling out forms or anything, because with shoes on, I'm 5'4". Number 25, do you have any pets? Obviously, as you have seen, I have a Tesla. He is a 7-year-old bratty cat who needs my attention 24/7, and I actually just had to like stop filming and go and yell at him because he was chewing on a plant that is poisonous. So I don't think he actually chewed on it, but I heard it crinkling because it's kind of dying. I just left it, unfortunately. So yeah, that was the 25 questions for this tag. I hope you maybe learned something a little more about me, or there's something you could relate to in that. If you want to do the questions for yourself, definitely do it and tag me so I can watch it, or send it to me on Instagram, the link or whatever. My Instagram is at bettering_Brooke_. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you're all doing well. You'll probably be seeing this on Wednesday, so I hope that you're having a good week, and I hope you have a good weekend too.